Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. We've got game number 45 between the Montreal Canadiens. They're hosting the Winnipeg Jets tonight. It's the second meeting of the season and final one also. I think it was November 3rd. The Jets beat us in overtime in Winnipeg. So hopefully, Montreal looking to get revenge tonight. So I'll have a game preview of that game. I'll have some game day news. I've got that right here. I will also have this. The Guess the Score contest. Guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game. And that's from either team. You can pick that guy. And you win the cash prize if you're the first one in the chat with that guess. That's how it works. So good luck to everybody who might be guessing. I'll give you mine in a little bit, just before the preview, or a little bit before the preview. What else I got here? I think that's it, and then we'll see who's here. Let's see. BL's here says PLD sense of timing on or off tonight. Let's hope off or on, depending on whether you want him to lose or win. He also says Winnipeg 5-2 with Shane Doan getting the first goal. I'm going to try to guess who Shane Doan is. That's probably the captain of the team. Honestly, I don't know who the captain is now. I know it was Blake Wheeler, but they took it from him. So whoever the captain of the team is, I guess. Habs Guru, 4-3 Jets. Ehlers with the first goal. Harry Rice, he says 5-3 Habs. Somehow pulling out the win despite all our injuries. Raphael Harvey Pinard with his second career NHL goal, getting the first goal. Awesome. Good guesses there, guys. Let's see. There are a lot of injuries. There were 3 more added today. Let's go over what the injuries are, I guess. So first, and this isn't going to please anybody. I can guarantee this when I say it. Arbor Jacki is a healthy scratch tonight. You heard me. Arbor Jacki is a healthy scratch tonight. Mike Matheson is going to slot back in. I imagine taking his spot, and that's after a lengthy absence since December 17th. He's been out. So, Arbor's become one of those guys. Like, I question anytime they take him out of the lineup. I don't like it. Okay, so the injuries. Injuries continue to mount. Yoel Armia, who took that kind of here, I don't know if it's the elbow directly or the forearm from Jacob Trouba, dirty son of a bitch, in the kidney area. He's out with an upper body injury. Jake Evans, as we know, is out. They haven't announced exactly what it is or the timeline yet. So he's out with a lower body. And Uri Slavkovsky, who I didn't see it, and apparently had a similar kind of injury to Evans, I think. That's what I think I read that. He's also out with a lower body. Both have to be evaluated, and I guess they're going to let us, they're going to announce what it is when they know. So they're all placed on the injured reserve. Raphael Harvey Pinard and Rem Pitlick were both called up on an emergency basis. For Rem Pitlick, because it was an emergency basis now, these games, whatever games he plays, won't count against the time about, for him to have to be waived again. So this won't count against any of that time. Sean Monahan was put on the LTIR. Don't freak out. It was just to give Montreal a little bit more daily cap wiggle room or space. It won't change Monahan's timeline at all for his return. So anybody that looks at that and goes, "Oh no," it's not going to change the timeline for him. So, yeah, here's a funny one, and I couldn't find something good to put up there. But Florida is in Toronto tonight. And now look, the reason that this becomes what it is, where is it? Here's where Florida is right now. This is the wild card race. Florida is just, 4 points out of a wild card, right? Now, they're also like they're near the bottom as well, but still, they're on an upward trend if that keeps up. Yeah, so it kind of makes it first time ever. I'm considering cheering for the lead. Hang on. I'm nauseous. Hang on. It's the first time ever I'm considering cheering for the Leafs. Okay, hang on. It's passing. Hang on. Yeah, because if you want Florida to give us a really good draft pick, yeah, we kind of need them to turn around whatever the hell they're doing right now by playing well. So, yeah, it's just I believe it's the first time ever. So, let's see now. Monty will be starting tonight. His fifth start in a row, I think, or at least four anyway. In Monty's last four starts, he has a .943 save percentage. So Monty, awesome play. He's been really good. And Montreal has 3 wins in their last 5 games. If they win tonight, it's 4 wins in 6. And that's starting to be in the wrong direction. Let's see now. Yeah, I think I got one more thing for. I might as well get through this. One more thing for game day news. This is news. The Minnesota Wild signed Matt Boldy to a 7-year, $49 million contract. That's $7 million AAV. Now, Boldy has 68 points in 89 games. So this is a really good comparison for Cole's next contract, right? You might have to add $500,000 or so because of Quebec taxes. That's going to be something. So I think my new prediction for Cole is, listen, 7 years, 7.75 to 7.75 AAV. The reason I'm saying 7 years, this way, Nick and Cole's contract run till the same season, and I could see that appealing to Cole. So otherwise, it would be 8 years, and you probably even, 8 years might drop it a little bit, but that's my prediction. I think the Matt Boldy contract seriously is a good comparison for what Cole is going to get signed to. And there you go. That's all I got for, Oh, I got one other thing, actually. There's enough people here. I'm going to announce this. Starting, I don't know exactly when, in the next week or 2 weeks, and it will be longer than that, I am going to be doing this. This is going to be a post-game show twice a month. It's going to be called Life After Habs, and you recognize that face there with me? That's Pete. Pete and I are going to be doing a post-game show, like I said, twice a month. I'll tell you, let you know when the first one's going to be coming up. We're going to give that a go and see how that works out. Now, it's called Life After Habs because it's not just going to be about hockey and the hockey game. It's going to be about the game that just happened, plus just general shit about life. And we're going to have a lot of fun, hopefully, and be about 90 minutes, about a half an hour after the game. And we're going to give that a go and see how it goes. I know Pete's all excited about it. I'm excited about it. That's just a mock-up for a thumbnail. I don't know if that's going to be the exact thumbnail, but it's going to be called Life After Habs. And let's talk to everybody in the chat now. Let's see now. Where was I? Biel says he didn't. What did you mean about Dubois? He launched a new charity today in Montreal. Well, good for him. I kind of think he really wants to. He wants to make it to Montreal. You know the kind of season he's having. I don't know. I might be changing my mind a little bit on PLD. I don't know. If I think they're really going to be doing it, like if they went and got Pierre-Luc Dubois, say if that happened, I'm not going to be I'm never watching this team anymore. Obviously, I'm going to embrace it, like and hopefully it works out and all that. But it's not like I don't know. I'm not sold on him, as y'all know about my position on that. Anyway, Jack is a scratch. Harry says, I obviously love Matheson getting back into the lineup, but I'm not sure some of the minor moves Marty makes game to game Kovacevic was right there. Yeah, no, I realized, but he also did say he was going to give a rest every now and then to each one of these guys. So you got to look at it like that's all I'm looking at it like. Is it the best game for that? I don't know. But I don't think it's anything more than that. He's had a couple of games off like that, and I think they all are going to get that in turn as they go, I don't know. But I agree. I don't like seeing it personally. Jason's got 4-2 Jets. Connor with the first goal. Stan the man. Good evening. Good evening. 4-3 Habs. Kyle Connor with the first goal. Both close guesses, but they're different. Lucas, shame on Lucas. I got to say, it's very shameful. 4-2 Winnipeg. Shifley with the first. Like, how do you even bring that name up? I don't even get it. Like, I don't. Hey, Shifty Gaming, how you doing, man? I'm not sure what the what is, but I imagine that's the Arbor not being in the lineup. So, yep. BL, well, all those things are, expected. I wouldn't expect the Jets to say anything different than that. And the rest of it, is it jockeying for him? I don't know. And what the Montreal press, which is probably mostly the French media, do I care really sometimes where they go with their bullshit? I don't. Interesting to see the kids. I don't get what I don't know. Daryl Adams. It feels like it's been a while, man. 4-3 Habs. Suzuki first goal. Kenny B. That's been a while. Hey, Kenny B. How you doing, man? It's been a while. Good to see you. Interesting to see the kids coming up to fill in for the injuries. Well, yeah. And he says he wants Harvey Pinard. I like Harvey Pinard. Well, that's, and listen, after the trade deadline, if they do manage to move guys out, I mean, that's what they're going to do, right? Bring them in. The thing is, I think the Rocket are also struggling with some injuries. They're on a road trip or an away game, and they have only 12 forwards, 6 defense, 2 goalies. I don't know about the goalie situation, but I think that's exactly what they've got. So, any word when Allen be back to play again? It's interesting because he has been a healthy scratch, is what the list has been, right? And he was skating and all that. He's back on the injured list as an upper body injury. What will that mean? I have no idea. I think the fact that Monty is starting today, because I wouldn't have expected that. I had said I thought they must feel Allen will start on Tuesday. That's why the back-to-backs for Monty. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I know. Just back from Peru. Wow. Nice. Kenny B, sometimes it'll remove you without that's the memberships are like that. Nothing I did, nothing I can do about it. You just got to rejoin. Yeah. Memberships, they'll throw you off. They just throw you out of there. And I don't know why, because it's not to my benefit that they do that, but they do that. So, yeah. But if it does happen to anybody that's a member, I didn't do that. Remember that. I did not do that. It's YouTube. It'll mostly be automatic, but I think every now and then it throws people out. And you got to re-up. I don't know the reason for it. I've never heard an explanation from YouTube for it, but it sucks. It sucks. But what can you do? JFed 6-1 Winnipeg Shifley and 2 traders with the Shifley. Wow. No worries. BL Petrie takes less money than Matt. What? Pete takes less money. No, Pete and Matt get paid exactly the same amount of money. I don't listen. I pay everybody exactly the same. I just make a little bit more than that. So, listen, I'm not paying them more than I get paid. Jackson, hey Jackson. By the way, I better get to the The preview in a minute. 4-3 Habs, Harvey Pinard. Where did time go so fast? That's crazy. We're 15 minutes in. Wheeler, but Wheeler's not the captain. Just saying. I figured it was the cap. I don't know who the captain is on Winnipeg. Do we need a goalie in the draft? Is Monty and Allen good enough? I doubt they're going to. They may draft a goalie, but I kind of doubt it. From what I'm kind of reading, I don't expect them to draft in the first round anyway. Maybe even the second round. I don't expect them to draft a goalie. Could they? I mean, of course they could. Andrew's got 5-3 Winterpeg. What did he rate it? Shitefully first goal. That's at least he wrote that. That's Shifley first goal. Angus 7-2 Winnipeg. Shifley first goal. A lot of people figure Shifley's getting that first goal. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, we're gonna get to this preview now. It's time for the preview. As I light my first party stick. That's a nice way to say it. We'll get to this preview. The 29-14-1 Winnipeg Jets, not a team I like anymore for some reason. I don't really like the Winnipeg Jets anymore. Against the 18-23-3 Montreal Canadiens. How to watch this game. Start time, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, as usual on TSN 2, like during the week, in English, and RDS in French, and TSN 3 if you're in the Jets region. The season series, they beat us November 3rd in Winnipeg, 3-2. That was an overtime loss for Montreal. And tonight's game, and that's it for the season. Last 10 record for both teams, they are on an 8-2-0 streak with off 3 games. I'm not saying that right, with a 3-game winning streak. And the Habs are 3-7-0, almost the opposite. And they won their last game. But they're also 3 wins in the last 5 for Montreal. So that's something. Home and away record. Winnipeg is away, 12-8-1 away from their rink. And Montreal is 9-11-0 at home. This is the tale of the tape. Once upon a time, there was a that's a different tale. Scoring chances for percentage, 44.4% for Montreal 28th, 51.3% for the Jets 13th. Goals per game, 2.55 for Montreal 29th, and 3.34 for them, 9th in the league for them, 29th in the league for Montreal. Goals against per game, 3.68. That's 27th for Montreal, 2.59. A little bit more than 1 goal different there. That's for the Jets, and they're second in the league in goals against per game. Power play percentage, 16.3% for Montreal. It went up a little bit. And 24.2% for the Jets. That's a good power play, and they're 10th in the league with that. The PK percentage, 75.2%. 22nd in the league, 83.9% for the Jets, and that's second. So their power play and their PK, that's their special teams, are really good. So we're in, what does it mean for Montreal? Probably a loss. I don't know, unless they have another game like the last one. So head-to-head record this year, we're 0-1. They're 1-0-0. And next up is the face-off. At the dot, Montreal is they're 47.9%, 24th. Montreal's 49.8%, 18th. Again, the only probably stat here that we're better at them than. Shots, 4 and again. Shots for per game, 29.8 for the Jets, 28 for Montreal, and again, shots again. Shots on goal allowed. It's 31 even for the Jets, 33.9 for Montreal. Goalies tonight is I don't know who their goalie is tonight. I'm going to assume Hellebuck, 22-10-1, 237 goals against, 9.268 percentage, and 3 shutouts. If it's Riddick, he's 7-4-0, 259 goals against, and a 908. Save percentage. Monty's starting tonight, 8-7-2, 317 goals against, a 910 save percentage. So he's brought his save percentage up a good bit. And he is, like I said, 943 save percentage in his last 4 starts. So Monty's been really hot and playing really well. Can he keep that up? Players to watch over the last 5. For points, Ehlers for them, 9 points. Suzuki for us, 5. In goals, each with 4. Connor for them, Caulfield for us. Assists, Ehlers for them with 6. Drouin for us with 5. And plus minus, Perfetti, who I want to say is injured, but I think he's in the lineup, is a +6. And Evans is a +2, but Evans is not in the lineup and probably won't be for a little while. Team leaders, goals, Scheifele 26, Caulfield 26. Nice. Points, Connor 53, Suzuki 37. And let's see, average time on ice, Josh Morrissey, or you could, if you like Morrissey back in the day, and maybe it's the same guy. I don't know. It could be his kid. I don't know. 23-19. And Mike Matheson, who is finally back in the lineup to earn that 24-14. That's what he's got. Wins, Hellebuck with 22 big wins, and Allen with 10. Bottom 10. Florida has real, Florida is just 2 above Detroit. So it's not like they're that far up, but they're trying to hone in on a wild card spot. Montreal is at 6 from the bottom. Ahead of them is Detroit, Philadelphia, Ottawa, Vancouver. That's just above Montreal. And just below, San Jose, Arizona, Anaheim, Columbus, and Chicago. And it's going to be tough for Montreal to move down farther. It's really going to be tough. Okay, top 5 in scoring for the Jets. Kyle Connor, 21 goals, 32 assists for 53 big points. Pierre-Luc Dubois, 20 goals, 29 assists, 49 big points. Josh Morrissey, 8 goals, 40 assists, 48 points. Scheifele with 26 goals, 13 assists, 39 points. And Wheeler, rounding them out, 11 goals, 19 assists, 30 points. For the Habs, a little bit of change, no movement though. As far as points, there's change. Suzuki, 16 goals, 21 assists for 37. Caulfield, 26 goals, 10 assists, 36 points. He's currently on pace for 48. If you can get some tonight, that'll pick that pace up a little bit. Kirby Dach, 8 goals, 19 assists, 27 points. And Dvorak with 7 goals, 11 assists, 18 points. Monahan still out, not coming back yet. And nobody can get past him from the bottom. 6 goals, 11 assists, 17 points. So that's a real big knock on our secondary scoring. Because is there any? I don't know. It just doesn't seem like there is very much. Jets projected lines. Dubois centering Connor and Ehlers. Scheifele in between Perfetti and Wheeler. Lowry centering Barron and Kuhlman. Now, I don't know if this Barron is related to our Barron. I don't know. I saw an article that said the 2 Barons, and I don't know if they're related. Does anybody know that? Let me know. Stenlund in between Fialbi and Mainland. I don't know. You can't pronounce that. And I never heard of any of those 3 guys. 3 guys, not 4. I'm seeing things. That's the most unknown 4th line I think I've seen this year for me. Morrissey and DeMello, first pair. Dillon, Pionk, second pair. Heinola and Schmidt, third pair. Hellebuck is starting, if this is accurate. And let's see what the Habs lines say. Suzuki, Caulfield, and Drouin. Let's see. Drouin's been playing good. Got to give guy his due. But is this the line where his play goes to die? Because I don't know. I'm not really impressed. I wanted Alone in there. Dach centering Hoffman and Anderson. And I dare say we may be seeing Dach as the second line center going forward if he continues to play as well as he did last game. Dvorak, Dadonov, Ilonen, third line, and Pitlick, Pizzetta, and Harvey Pinard round out the lines. Harrison, Savard, first pair. Edmondson, Barron, second pair. Matheson, Kovacevic, a third pair. Matheson may work his way up during the game. He's just back from a long stint away, and it might take him a game or 2 or a period or 2 to work his way up, but I would expect that to happen. Monty making the start. Look at that list of injured. It is insane. Jake Allen, Slavkovsky, Yoel Armia, Evans. They got Byron in there still. Gallagher, Gooley, Heineman, Monahan. Are we going to add anybody tonight? Who knows? It's crazy. So that's it. There's your preview. Got about good 10, 15 minutes to talk. So whatever you guys want to talk about, I'm going to go look at the comments now and see if I can catch up. Let's see, where was I? Shifty Gaming's got 11-1 for the Habs and Dadonov, and Shifty Gaming is insane. I mean, it's the only reason that he would. I mean, you got to be, right? You're really optimistic there, bud. Bayby's got 5-3 Habs, Baron. Optimistic as well, but not as insane as the other one, right? Hey, Quinn, how's it going, man? Marwiz, how's it going too, man? I heard Slav is absent. What happened? I didn't see the injury. He got injured in the last game, and he's out. They haven't updated exactly what it is yet, but he is out right now. Mike. Hey, Mike. Hockey has become weak. Most fans are cancel culture wokes. Yeah, but isn't that like kind of the same everywhere, though? That's everywhere you look. Everyone's canceling everything. Yeah, I mean, if you're basing hockey on the fans, maybe, but I mean, the problem for me with hockey is the refs, mostly than anything. But yeah, I'm not into cancel culture, and when you're too woke, I don't really like it. My kids are not so much. My oldest that I live with, but my two youngest, they're kind of incredibly woke, and it's we argue about that a little bit. Hey, Rena, how you doing? What costs less, deer nuts or bear nuts? Let me see now. I'm trying to figure out what is the joke behind this. Deer nuts or bear nuts? Really? Is that like a real thing, or I don't get the joke though? I'm gonna say, yeah, I don't want either. How's that? Thanks, Kenny B. Thank you. Appreciate you re-upping, everyone. Welcome back, Kenny B, to the membership. I appreciate that. If you're also looking for a membership, just hit the join button underneath the window somewhere, and it'll tell you what you want to do, where you want to go. Dang is like what's that? Marian Gaborik. No, I think he someone fell on his leg, or it's similar injury to Evans. That's all I heard. I didn't see it. So no, I wouldn't say that. Well, it's not, it's not necessarily just the foreigners though, Mike. And I agree with you on the toughness and all that. It is the too many teams. You've got 32 teams. It's a watered down product. That's the problem. And absolutely necessary to go outside of North America. That's why they did it. And I have no problem with players from anywhere around the world as long as they're good enough to be here. But it's too many teams, and it waters down the product overall. When you can only have 2 or 3 stars on a team, it's not going to be good enough. When I was growing up, how many stars were here on the Habs? Right? It wasn't just 2. Now you're lucky if you have more than 2, and it's harder to put together a dominating winning team. So yeah, it's not the same as when we were growing up, that's for sure. Morrissey is having an amazing season, and with a new album just about to come out. I don't even know that guy's music, the Morrissey, the singer. I never listened to that stuff. Mary Jo. Hey, Mary Jo. 3-1 Jets. Morrissey. Speaking of. Mike, no, cannot have that. Mike, I'm going to you're going to get a 5-minute timeout. I can't do anything else, but I got to remove that comment, how that comment got through. And no, I don't put up with that kind of stuff. Sorry. Jethro McSheepherder, 4-3 Habs and OT. First goal, Harvey Pinard. Awesome. That's a good joke. Rita says, deer nuts, Rick, they're under $1. How did you not get that? What happens if the bear's name is Buck? There you go. could be the Bears' name is Dime, and then they're under a dime. There you go. There's my answer. But that's a good one. I like that. Jesse Beckett, how you doing, man? Montreal. I did not even read it. 4-3. You gotta give me a goal scorer though too. Goal scorer and the score, and the overtime won't matter if it's 4-3 and your goal scorer. You would win. Heard a rumor they're trying to get Ovi barred from entering Canada because of his Putin support. Where did you hear that? Really? I did not hear that. That's all I can say. I did not hear that. Harry says, Suzuki, Caulfield, Monty, Gooley are future stars. Yes, they are. Luca, hey, Luca, how you doing? Andrew Crystal, look him up. For what? I don't. I think I've heard the name. Why have I heard the name? I've heard that name. I've heard it on Twitter, like recently. I don't know why though. Quinn, why would Baby have you blocked? That doesn't make any sense. Ukrainian group was trying to get. Yeah, I could get. Well, let's see what happens with that. And Baby, why do you have Quinn blocked? Actually, thinking about it, Montembeault really is playing like a star the past 4 or 5 starts. Well, yeah, he is. Last 4 or 5 starts. What else? Yeah, I got about 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Man, time is going real fast tonight. What's up with that? I'm feeling a lot better. Maybe that's why. I'm pretty like I don't feel the COVID anymore at all. I'm completely over it, but I've still got a couple more days to hit the 10. I'm allowed out now. I'm allowed out. And I wear a mask anyways. So yeah. But today is the first day I can say, you can hear it in my voice, I'm over it completely. Billy Bishop went to war. Did you know that? Billy Bishop was a very famous Canadian soldier. 6-2 Jets, Caulfield with 2. Tank Habs. Tank. P.S. Where's Arbor? Healthy scratch tonight. No reason, just a healthy scratch. Baby says he has no one blocked. I do not no privilege to do anything like that. No, you could block somebody on your own from that. But so Quinn, I don't know why you're not seeing it. It's not because he's got you blocked. So open for questions. Anything you want. Make a guess for the guess the score contest, and we talk about whatever. Nathan, 5-3 Jets. First goal, Dylan of the Jets. That would get me. I think I got it in both my pools, so I'm okay with that. Cristal does look quite amazing. So a player, right? He's a player. What happened to Luca? There it is. Cristal is a super skilled forward in the WHL who is projected top 10. If Bedard didn't exist, he would be in the convo for top 5 because Bedard is overshadowing his WHL performance. That's why I saw the name then on Twitter. Awesome. Yeah, you knew there was going to be some changes to that. Like 1 or 2 players going to drop down, 1 or 2 going to rise up. It always happens every year. Yeah, Nathan, I'm back to normal. I don't feel sick anymore at all. 8 days by COVID for me the first time. I definitely flew through it, and it was as mild as could be. I'm going to owe that to the vaccines that I had and my good stock, my good genes, because I like Wrangler jeans, and Wrangler are really good jeans, and there you go. That's why I'm okay. Works for me. It's as good as vaxes don't work, Do you want Drouin gone, say for a 4th rounder, not sure his value, or get him to re-sign for $1.8 million a year? No, you know what? I'm going to say this, though. If Jonathan Drouin keeps playing like this, they could be fooled, but I believe that the Habs have already made up their mind, and they are not re-signing Jonathan Drouin. I think they have already made up their mind. Owner Jeff Molson kind of gave it away on the Nyland's Rod Knuckles podcast. If you don't know, I don't have it in front of me still. Go watch it and tell me if you got what I got from it, that he basically said that they're not re-signing him. So get what they can. Cristal, 62 points in 36 games, I believe right now. 26 goals, 36 assists. Sounds awesome, man. Yeah, babe, I didn't think you'd say anything else. Don't worry. He says, get him going. Lucas, skating can be adjusted, right? Skating can be fixed. That's not a big problem. Big knock on Nick Suzuki was that exactly right. Not enough explosiveness, and in the last season or two, I've heard announcers, saying how fast he was, how he got away from a player, or whatever. The explosiveness was there. It's taught. Skating's no problem. Drouin Hattie tonight, playing with Nick and Cole. Oh, let me give you my. Speaking of Drouin, I'm going with my guess doesn't count. By the way, it's just for fun for me. 4-2 Jets, and I don't see Montreal winning, but I hope they have another game like they did. But if it's Montreal gets the first goal, I'm giving it to Jonathan Drouin, and if it's the Jets, Dubois. So D&D. Drouin or Dubois. I'm the only one that can do that. You guys can't give me two guesses, but I can. And then that way, if I hit on one of them, I sound like really more intelligent than I am. Get him gone, as he will only disappoint us. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know what else to say, but yeah. No reason to think anything else. But Harry likes Drouin, so let's see what he says. Drouin has 6 assists in his last 6 games. As much as I love him, this is solely boosting his trade value. Yeah, so I'm happy about it because of that, but not to re-sign him. Yeah, that's exactly what they're hoping as well, Harry. Nathan, that's kind of the situation with my son. We got 2 bathrooms, so we have separate bathrooms, one end of the apartment, the other, but he still got it. So you never know, right? But main thing is vaxxed. Both of us, he had it a little worse than me, but not much. And I kind of sailed through it. Quinn, I think though a bit on Braden Point was his size then as well, right? You use it had to be. He's not a big guy. So, but yeah, you never know. 79th overall, Braden Point. A lot of teams passed on him multiple times. The Habs are going to draft 2 top 6 forwards with their picks. Can't complain about that. But how do you figure 2? You think Florida's dropping that much? Right now, they're you listen, everybody. As much as it's a sickening thought, you kind of got to root for the Leafs tonight to beat the Panthers and help send them back down again. Quinn, not exactly true. If Drouin manages to play, what is there? Another 18? No. 16 more games till the trade deadline. So if Drouin can play this way for the next 16 games, and that's not unheard of. Yeah, I think you can move him. I think there'll be a team that's a contender that thinks that, yeah, we'll take a chance on him. There's no risk at the end of the year. If it doesn't work out, boom, he walks. So, yeah, I think there will be a team that might give you something for him. I'm curious, though, how Luka thinks we're getting 2 top 6 forwards. I like that, but oh, wait a second. I might have heard that wrong. Right, 2 top 6 forwards. You're absolutely right. I'm sorry about that. I was thinking 2 top 6 picks. My brain and like my conscious brain and my subconscious brain they're not the same. They see things differently, just in case anybody wants to know. So I struggle with that. Yeah, I just read it wrong or understood it wrong. I mean, if everything goes well, we're going to get, unless Florida has a comeback for the rest of the season and works their way up into the playoffs, that's the only thing that can change that. Harry, it's not going to shock me if Michkov drops. And even if he drops a lot further, depending on what's what's happening with the Russian kids and what's happening over there and all that, the stuff we're hearing, like, I don't know. So Michkov could drop a lot. Nathan, first of all, there's 16 more to the deadline, so I'm kind of thinking he's got 16 more games in a Habs uniform, not 25. Do we have goalies in the pipeline? We sure do. We've got Jacob Dobis, who seems like the most promising, to be quite honest. And then there's also Frederick Dykhow. So they got 2 kids there already. I still don't think it means that they're going to draft anybody. No goalies in the first round. I don't see it. They could. They conceivably could. But I don't see it. I see you corrected yourself there, Nathan. Hey, Jack, how you doing, man? 5-2 Jets, Wheeler. Oh, I got to go. Let me get through this. All right. Listen, I wasn't losing track of time. I got to go. I got to feed my animals, and I got to get ready for the game. So, listen, thanks everybody for being here. Really appreciate it. Had a good time, as always. And so I'll see you in now it's about 17 minutes for the game. Hope you guys will come back. Till then, stay safe. Peace out, and I'll see you then. Ciao, everybody. See you in a bit.